West Coast Fight Shows is proudly brought to you by NPB Security. NPB Security is dedicated to providing the highest quality crowd control, static guard and mobile patrol services. Go down and speak to Scott Parry for all your security needs.
And welcome to West Coast Fight Shows on Channel 44. Tony Sir with you and Peter Boyd here too. Mate, a great Ignition Muay Thai. Let's have a look at some of the highlights.
Yeah, hi Tony. Welcome back, viewers, for this month's edition of West Coast Fight Shows. We're just starting off with the highlights with Nick Cahill and Kane Brennan. Nick's from Excel Martial Arts and Kane is from Predator. See that fight ended quickly, but well done, boys. Now moving on to Josh Norwell from Onyx Fit and Ben Shiggle from Ponds Thai Martial Arts.
Great to see lots and lots of clubs getting involved, and Muay Thai is stronger than ever in Perth.
Yeah, the shows are growing all the time. There's lots of shows for people to go and see live. So if you want to check those shows out, go on to westcoastfightshows.com.au.
And also check out on westcoastfightshows.com.au on June the 26th, Domination 13. That's down at the Claremont Showground, a great venue down there, and they can get their tickets online to that. And also the next Ignition Muay Thai, that's July 6th. Tickets once again through westcoastfightshows.com.au.
Here we've got Jared Desmond from Coastal Athletics and Jake Hickey from Excel Martial Arts in these highlights for Ignition Muay Thai. Guys are putting in great effort. As you can see, the padding for these kids going through the sport as juniors. The government have put in a lot of padding rules and stuff for the safety of the fighters. You can see the girls here, which we have Charlotte Bolter from Bailey's Fitness and Meg Robbins from Onyx Fit. It's great to see the girls getting into the sport.
And of course these young fighters, after they've done their stint with the guards, they get those off and go to the big leagues.
Yeah, well, there's a process that goes through the amount of fights you have. At the moment, I think it's 5 fights for the first 3 in full padding, and then the chest guard comes off, and then shin guards come off, and so forth. But that's where I think the padding situation is at now with the government. So it's good to see the pads on, so that kids can get in and have their first shot without too much of a pain. You can see the shoulders popped out on Meg Robbins there.
Yeah, not much fun at all, but a great effort for this young lady. And who have we got here, Peter?
So now we've got Hayden Zolo and Peter Marwa from Advanced Mixed Martial Arts, or Academy of Mixed Martial Arts, sorry, Brett, down at Mirrabooka.
Congratulations too, Peter, to you and your team, because getting local Muay Thai on the television through Channel 44 WTV is a coup, mate, and as long as it keeps being well supported, mate, we'll be seeing our mates on the telly.
Yeah, we're always looking for sponsorship, guys. The sport costs us a lot of money to put the shows on, and to get it onto TV, it's an added cost. So if anyone's looking to sponsor West Coast Fight Shows, then that'd be much appreciated. We had a bit of a low blow there, mate.
We could get a sponsor from the Cup Guards, I think, for that blow.
Yeah.
Mate, we're just about to fire up the main events here for Ignition Muay Thai. And just a reminder, the next big Ignition Muay Thai is July 6th. Tickets through westcoastfightshows.com.au. Well done, Peter.
Thank you very much. That's our highlights for...
Okay, let's have a look at this. The first of our fights. Boys similar age, similar weight, and a big height advantage for Matthew Smith. A good matchup. I like seeing a bit of a mismatch physically.
3 by 2 minute round, 78 kilogram weight division, modified Muay Thai rules. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is trained by Adam Bailey and Robocop from Bailey Fitness. With an official weight of 77.5 kilograms, he stands at a height of 6'5" Making his debut, ladies and gentlemen, this is Matthew Smith. And his opponent, fighting out of He is trained by David McVicker from Excel Martial Arts. With an official weight of 77.7 kilograms, he stands at a height of 175 centimeters. Also making his debut, ladies and gentlemen, this is Berto, the Sunday Davalos!
Yeah, good luck, fellas. 6'5". Wow.
Yeah, he's a big boy. But Birdo Davalos from XL Martial Arts and Matthew Smith from Bailey's Fitness here. It's Matt in the blue and Birdo in the red. And like you said before, Tony, there's a bit of a height difference there. But Muay Thai, not always the taller guy wins. You know, the shorter guys can get a better centre of gravity and play some big shots. So let's see what Birdo can do. You can see he's going for the body now already.
Yeah, Berto's got to get inside and make sure he fights at his distance. Otherwise, Matthew's going to have it all his own way.
Yeah. Birdo's got to watch out when he gets in close for the step-up knee, and then at range he's got to watch out for that big long leg and long jabs and the punches and stuff like that. So he's got his work cut out against him here with a boy this big, but he seems to be doing all right. He's landing some good shots. He's moving around.
Yeah, a little bit of head movement on top of what he's doing is going to make him a lot more competitive too. Let's see how he's going to go.
Seems Matt's just that left kick working for him at the moment.
This is the first of 3 2-minute rounds, and this is Ignition Muay Thai on WTV Channel 44. Great Muay Thai.
So good to see Dean Woodham's in the ring there officiating, one of our long-term referees in Muay Thai in Perth.
The Dean of Referees, they say.
The Dean. I think Matt's getting comfortable now with his range. He's throwing that jab out, landing some kicks, but Birdo's still got his game plan going.
Yeah, Birdo in the red, Matthew in the blue. This is the first of 3 rounds. Good opening, that was plenty of spirit, and let's see who's going to have the tank too, because they both spent a lot of tickets in that first round.
Now these guys, it's their first fights. A lot of the fights on Ignition, but this actual event is a lot of the guys their first time or only had a couple of fights, hence why the padding's on. But you know, Ignition Muay Thai and West Coast Fight Shows is about grassroots Muay Thai in WA. You've got all your big shows over east with your pro stuff, but we're trying to get exposure for our up-and-comers, especially on Ignition. Domination has an international bouts on their show, so you have a mix-up on West Coast Fight Shows, but Ignition's always been about the first-timers, the kids, and getting guys through their first few fights, so then they can move forward and fight on Domination.
And watching at home, you can sort of pick your favourites and pick who you think is going to be one day fighting for a state, national, regional, or even a world title. And plenty of world champs have come out of WA in Muay Thai.
Yeah, well, actually, Kate Houston has a fight coming up. She's defending her South Pacific WKA title, which is a lead up to a world title shot for the WKA sanctioning body. So June 14th, if you want to go down to the Craigie Leisure Centre and watch Kate fight her way to a world title, defending her South Pacific, we're more than happy to see you there.
No worries, and Dean Woodham's sorting out a wardrobe malfunction there. Berto Davalos in the red, Matthew Smith in the blue.
Well, they're still working away. You know, they're in there with the unexpected at the moment. You know, they're first timers. They've done a lot of training in the gym, obviously, but there's nothing more daunting than your first time in the ring in front of the crowd and everyone's shouting and screaming. Your adrenaline's pumping. From round 1 you think like you've got no breath left, so and a fighter that's had a fight will understand what I'm talking about, so let's get behind these guys and keep them in the sport. And
closing stages of the second round. 3 2-minute rounds is what we're watching.
Round 2 over.
Both boys looking pretty fit, but I've got to say that I think the taller of the two boys looks a bit fitter at this stage, a little bit more focused and accurate with his strikes as well.
But Berto's in there to win it. He wants to fight. He got in touch with me about getting this fight organised, so I'll give him credit for jumping on board and taking the initiative to get a fight going for himself, and then Tony Fisher and Eric and Dave down at XL Martial Arts got him ready for the fight, so well done to those guys. And Bailey's gyms, you know, they've got their ties trainers down there, which will be why Matthew's got the technique down in his first fight. But you'll see, as Birdo continues in his fight career, he'll get better and better, and then he'll be competitive just like the rest of them, with or without the ties.
Yeah, indeed. It'd be great to see Matt with his Thai instructors, mate. They'd be coming up to his belly button.
Yeah. Well, I had Mighty go in my gym for a little while, but he's at the pit now, and yeah, he's a bit small go, so it was a challenge for him every day holding pads for Westerners, but they're tough guys. They've had a lot of fights, and that's what they do for a living.
It's great to see, and it's a measure of the sport's growth down here that lots of Thais are now willing to come down here because there's both the talent and the tournaments to keep them here.
Yeah, that's correct. So, and the WA's gone in leaps and bounds of quality of fighter. Even our first-time fighters, as you can see, you know, they're not professionals, but they're still trying to throw all the techniques. They're trying their best to show everyone that they actually do Muay Thai. So, big credit to them and the trainers.
Got to say that I think Birdo is not maybe quite as fit as Matt at this stage.
No. Yeah, Matt's pushing forward now. Birdo's taking the shots. That left kick's working for Matt.
Final stages of this.
He's got his range right now.
That's what it's about. If you can fight at your range, most of the times you're going to come out ahead. But we're going to leave it to the judges. Won't speculate here. Dean Williams calls them together. Stand by.
Now. Man, he's tall. That was a hard fight for Birdo. He's tall.
Yeah, that's a good call. Great effort though. Can't take anything away from Birdo. He was in there and giving it a go. Bit more time, bit more fitness, mate. They'll be far more competitive. Have a look at this, and as Peter said, you'll find the cleanest strikes coming from the big man.
He's trying all techniques. So he's step up knee, left kicks. Birdo's sticking with the low kicks, obviously because of his stature, fighting a taller fighter. That is the game plan you use when you fight someone taller than you. So it's not that Birdo's not in the fight. He's just not as fit and needs to work on his training, and he'll come back stronger and fitter for his next fight.
I think too he's expended some extra energy trying to get inside that huge long reach advantage. But a great fight and a good start. Up next, we've got Coastal Athletics against AMMA, and looking forward to that as well.
West Coast Fight Shows is proudly brought to you by Ring Sport. Go and see Richard in O'Malley Road, Osborne Park for all your combat sports equipment needs.
Yeah, looking forward to this one, Peter. The lighter boys, 52 kilo division. We're just about to hear from CJ about who's in the red and who's in the blue, and these boys are going to line up for 3 2-minute rounds.
Mission Muay Thai, proudly brought to you by West Coast Fight Shows. 3 2-minute rounds, 52 kilogram weight division, modified full-time rules. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is trained by Brett Grasso from the AMMA. With an official weight of 51.6 kilograms, he stands at a height of 163 centimeters. With a record of 3 fights for 2 wins. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jason Tran! And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He is trained by Jared Evans from Coastal Athletics. With an official weight of 51.1 kilograms, he stands at a height of 157 centimeters. With a record of 3 fights for 2 wins, ladies and gentlemen, this is Simpson!
Here we go, 3 2 minutes. Thanks very much, CJ Rose, our MC. Oh, straight into it there.
So Jake's in the red. He's a reasonably newcomer to Muay Thai. He's had his couple of fights recently, where Jason Tran's been around for a little bit longer. Had a fight quite some time ago, and this is his second fight back in. Jake's a tough little guy. Jason's got good technique. As you can see now, Jake's finding it hard to get a footing.
Yeah, Jason chopping him down like a tree. That left thigh would be smarting.
As you can see now, the chest guards are off these two, so they've had their first 2 fights in full padding, and now coming on to their second fight, they're out of the chest plate.
And as usual with Muay Thai, always the fighter's welfare is our primary concern, as well as the guards for the proper divisions, of course the doctor and the referee looking after our fighters in the ring.
You notice the boys don't have elbow guards on, so at this stage of their career, because they're not fighting with elbows, they don't wear the padding.
Jason in the blue and Jake in the red.
Jason's overwhelmed. Jake a bit here at the moment.
Still in it though, he's not running away.
Yeah, no. He's, like I said, he's a tough boy. He'll stand his ground. He's just trying to work out where he's headed.
Bit of a wardrobe adjustment there from Dean Woodhams. One of Australia's top referees in great demand here and overseas. And mate, you've just come back from Malaysia, big times over there.
So we just came back from the World Championship, the IFMA World Championships, where Dean was officiating over there. So Dean's one of Australia's highest ranked judges and referees, doing numerous international competitions in Muay Thai's drive to the Olympic Games.
Yeah, Jason working on him, and poor Jake getting a standing 8 count after taking an absolute kicking.
Yeah.
What a big round, what a big opener for the young fellas. And I tell you what, Jake Simpson to come back and be ready to go takes a bit of courage after copping a lot of flack in that opening round.
As I said, Jake's tough. We knew that when we matched the fight. So let's just hope that his toughness carries through and he starts landing some shots and getting himself back on top in this fight.
He's got to find strength to counter that right leg coming through. Obviously, circling to his right is going to help him a bit, but there's a few other things he's going to have to learn how to do against a more experienced fighter. Yeah, Jason certainly hasn't suffered from any ring rust. He seems to be moving quite well. Sorry, I should have said Jake needs to circle to his left, not his right. He'll get into trouble that way. Don't ever listen to me if you're fighting. That's rule number 1. I think Jason's getting more comfortable now. He's thrown a spinning back kick. Jake's got some hand skills, but he's got to use them. Otherwise, it's too easy for Jason to close the distance and kick from even outside. Yeah, Jason's just tip-tapping away inside left. There's a takedown by Jake. Well done. He's let his frustration come good there and to get a good takedown on the scorecard. By the way, his hands weren't raised for a champion there. He was getting some air into those lungs that he's been working. Yeah, mate, he's working hard in there. Jason Tran's got some talent, which is a credit to Brett Grasso and the guys at Academy of Mixed Martial Arts. Coming to the end of round 2 of 3 rounds. 3 2-minute rounds for these lads. 52 kilo division. End of round 2. Jared Evans in the corner for Jake. Jake Simpson in the red, Jason Tran in the blue. Final round. See if any advice from the corner to Jake is going to help him through this last round. What would you have said to Jake after those first 2 rounds? I think with a fighter like Jason at this point,
Jake's going to have to wait, and counter fight. Like wait for a kick check and move in and try and, but Jason's got a good arsenal. He's got a good repertoire of techniques. By the look of him now, it's hard to pick him off. He's quite got his game plan intact.
Yeah, and if Jason keeps changing his attack, then Jake's not going to be able to pick holes in it.
No, I mean, it's only their second fight, so it's hard for them to learn ring craft and whatever advice the corner gives them. It's pretty hard for them to process it while they're out there getting punched in the face. You know what I mean? So it's a process of experience.
In the background, occasionally you'll see our next two fighters, Lara and Tunbridge. They're coming up after this one, but the 52 kilo boys are still going at it hammer and tongs. Credit to Jake Simpson for still being in there. He had a standing 8 in the second round.
Yeah, he's not quitting. He's always hungry to fight, Jake, so he's always putting his name up for admission Muay Thai. He always wants to get back in, so over time he'll improve, and remembering this is only their second fight.
He would have been happy with that. He got Jason going backwards.
Yeah, I'd be happy with the takedown in the second round there. But he's still walking forward. But Jason hasn't really hurt him. You know what I mean? He's not injured in any way. He's just hasn't got the skills that Jason has at this point in his career.
He's coming in very square on too, the young Jake.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the third and final round. Let's hear it from our fighters.
Great effort. You must be proud, mate. These two youngsters really putting on a good show.
I remember these guys are only, I think they're 15 years old or 16 years old, so they're new at the sport.
Mate, I got shoes older than that.
You can see their physical condition. They're young boys, but you can see that they're in good condition. So Jake's not hurt. He's just a bit of pride maybe, but he's still going to come. He'll put his name up again and he'll get back in and improve.
And Jason would have made his trainers very happy, as you'll see in this highlight section, Peter. Jason did the right thing. He didn't do the easy thing when he was clearly outmatching his opponent. He pulled different tools out of his kit bag at different times, stayed unpredictable and stayed on top.
Yep. That's what it's all about, is showing the judges what your skill level is. If you've got a better skill set than your opponent, it's best to use that fight as experience and do all the rounds and get the ring time so that you get better and better as you grow. But Jake will come back stronger. He'll learn some more skills before his next fight.
West Coast Fight Shows is proudly brought to you by Artful Ink Tattoo Studio. If you're looking for a tattoo shop in Morley, come into Artful Ink, upstairs, Unit 7, 222 Russell Road, Morley.
This is West Coast Fight Shows. You can get more info on westcoastfightshows.com.au. Peter Boyd with you, and this is Tony Serve. And these youngsters, mate, Corey Tunbridge and Lara.
Yeah, here we have Corey at 5'3", and Walter at 2 fights in 1.
Proudly brought to you by Rigging. 3 by 2 rounds, 61 kilogram weight division, full Muay Thai rules. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is trained by Adam Bailey and Robocop from Bailey Fitness. With an official weight of 69.5 kilograms, he has a record of 3 fights with 2 wins. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Walter Lara! And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He is trained by Blair Smith from the Thai boxing pit. With an official weight of 59.9 kilograms, he has a record of 8 fights with 5 wins. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Corey Turnbridge.
Good luck, lads. Thank you very much, CJ.
So as you can see with Corey and Walter, they no chest guard, elbow pads, meaning this fight is a full Thai rules fight for these young guys. Locked up in the grapple, they seem to be of even strength at the moment, early in the round. Walter coming out of Bailey's Fitness. We've got Robocop and the top, Thai trainers. And then you've got Corey coming out of the pit. We've got Go, Blair Smith, training those guys.
And geez, a very energetic start from these two fellas. Dean Woodham's in charge in the ring.
Walter having the less experience in this fight, but Corey's had some time off, and if I'm right, he had a motorbike accident or a BMX accident and actually broke both his wrists.
My goodness.
So a lot of people look at Muay Thai and about how tough it is, and it is a combat sport, but the injuries are far away from having two broken wrists, so you'd like your motocross and your BMX and sports like that. Muay Thai is a lot safer. The guys get bumps and bruises just like they would in any other contact sport. But because of the training they do, they normally walk away from these fights with a few bumps and bruises, and they're back in the gym in a couple of days training again.
And unlike motocross and a few other things, we do have a doctor right there.
Well, you've got a referee in the ring with them, only monitoring two guys, and this fight show we had 5 judges, which is a system to guarantee we don't get a draw if we possibly can't. It does happen.
Seconds out.
Was it got to be a pretty evenly matched for that to happen?
Looking forward to this second round. Lots of energy in the first. How's it going to settle? Who's going to get on top psychologically? Corey in the red, Walter in the blue.
Take down there by Corey. In the grapple, you need to show dominance and strength. So if you take a guy down and you fall down on the floor with him, then there's no point scored there. There's a lot of cheering goes on, but on the scorecard it means nothing. So Corey would take that as an advantage, remaining on his feet. But we're talking about a clear takedown where one's standing completely upwards and the other guy's flat on his back. That would score as a takedown. Things where we're tussling around in headlocks and stuff like that don't score high. It's about technique.
It really is a bit of a wrestle in there at the moment.
Yeah. That scored well for Corey, being throwing Walter down. If they lock up in the headlock together and they both fall on the ground, well then there's no points in that. It has to be a clean takedown.
Corey with his back on the ropes, Walter pressing him.
They both got good skills. Again, saying Walter just a couple of fights less experience, and Corey having time off. I think this is shaping up to be a nice even bout. Walter on the ground again.
Corey showing signs that he's used up a bit of gas. Oh, spinning back elbow, nearly connected well.
But like I said earlier, the first time fighters under 5 fights, the adrenaline kicks in, mate, and they're puffing and panting from round 1. It's about them getting composure and controlling themselves, trying to stop that adrenaline dump. Heart rate increases.
Let's see in this final round whether someone can plant their feet and get some strikes in, because most of it's been wrestle and clinch so far.
Which is tiring. Most people don't understand when two fighters lock up into the grapple, they're using a lot of their strength. The energy levels drop fast in the grapple. When you're striking, you're just throwing stuff and it's an aerobic. Once you lock up, it's strength and power. If you've got a good grappling gym, you can tire out a striking gym quickly if you can get him in the grapple and take an advantage. So it's essential that in Muay Thai the gym should be grappling on a nightly basis or 3 days a week at least, so their fighters are strong in the grapple.
You're not like boxing where you just go out and run to get miles in your legs. You have to get your whole body, your core strength and everything so you can endure.
That's correct. Muay Thai has the 8 limbs. There's kicking, kneeing, elbow, punching, and then of course grappling on top of that.
Young Walter swung a right there that just glanced him on the chin. Corey staying out of range. And still it's a full body wrestle.
Yeah, they've taken it to the grapple. They obviously thought that's where their advantage would be against each other. Obviously in the grapple, being full tie rules, they've got more chance of pulling off an elbow in the close range fight.
Yeah, Walter giving it a go too. Final stages of this bout. Walter and Corey absolutely giving everything.
And just dragging him out there in the final moments of the fight. And the knee in the back as he heads through the ropes. Walter marches straight back at him and straight into it.
They will sleep well that night, let me tell you.
That was a good little fight between the two young blokes.
Bout 8 of the afternoon here at Ignition Muay Thai, proudly brought to you by Raymond Rigging. After 3 rounds of action, we turn to the judges for their decision. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a draw!
Wow, good call. If I had to pick a winner, I would have picked young Walter, but I tell you what, you can't argue with that. They both threw everything at it.
Now, like I said, there's 5 judges on Ignition Muay Thai, so to come out with a draw, scorecards of, the numbers are there just to say what it was. So 3 judges, it's a draw. There's controversy there, but when you've got 5 judges, it's pretty hard to go against what the decision, the outcome. So well done to these boys for put on a good fight. They did expel a lot of energy.
Yeah, it really was a full body arm wrestle, and I don't think many people would be upset with the draw, mate. Looking forward to the next one, going up to the bigger boys, 69 kilos, coming up soon on West Coast Fight Shows. You can get the info, westcoastfightshows.com.au.
West Coast Fight Shows is proudly brought to you by Celebrations at Charlie's. Go down and see Kim at Shop 9, 497 Walter Road, East Morley. Your local bottle shop, helping you celebrate any occasion.
This is West Coast Fight Shows, going up to the 69 kilo division. 3 2-minute rounds. Gordon against David, Peter.
Yeah, Gordon's an Irish boy from WA Thai Boxing Centre, and David's from Academy of Mixed Martial Arts.
Kilogram weight division, modified Muay Thai rules. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He's trained by Brett Dresser from the AAA. With an official weight of 68.7 kilograms, he stands at a height of 178 centimeters. Ladies and gentlemen, this is David Kriel! And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He's trained by Peter Boyd from the WA Thai Boxing Centre with an official weight of 69.1 kilograms. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Gordon O'Connell! Box! Round 1.
All right, 3 2-minute rounds, Peter.
Again, looking at the padding, these guys are full padding. This is only their 2nd fight or 3rd fight. No elbow guards mean not full tie rules. They won't be throwing elbows.
Gordon in the red and David in the blue. Once again, Dean Woodham's doing the work.
Gordon's an Irish boy from WA Thai Boxing Centre. Just new to the gyms, had a couple of fights, couple of losses. He just craves to get back in there. Had a fight a couple of weeks ago, so he's always keen to get back in. And David Creel from Academy of Mixed Martial Arts, I think this is his first official bout. We're having a couple of full contact sparring days that we have around at gyms occasionally.
Good left lead from the young Irishman.
He's got long arms and not a bad striker, Gordon.
The Fighting Irish, there's something about the boys from Ireland.
Oh. Oh, he's popped a quick one there. That's rattled him.
Dear.
That was a big overhand right from Dave, and he's not
That
stopping.
connected.
Gordon needs to cover up and get his guard sorted.
Dean Woodham's having a very close look too.
Yeah. Now Gordon's he should get in the grapple now and try and shut those punches down. Not like David Crill's got some solid hands on him. Gordon's still pushing forward. He's coming back.
Yeah, he's recovered a bit. Final stages of this opening round. Wow, what a start, Peter. This is West Coast Fight Shows, and they feed and can fight. Round 2. David in the blue, Gordon in the red.
Left jab's working for Gordon. I guess a slip there by Dave.
Likely to be scored as such.
Yep. Guys are still finding their ground as fighters again. Only a couple of fights each. Oh! It's a straight out count. That right hand of Dave is dangerous.
Yeah, looking pretty lethal. Second time he's caught him with it. This time he put him on the canvas. But the Irishman's coming back. Here we go.
Got to keep his hands up or getting that grapple tightened up.
Oh, that right coming from low. My goodness gracious. It's all over. Dean Woodham waves it off. He wants to look after the young Irishman, mate.
Good decision by Dean. Gordon just hadn't got his head around that right hand, so there's no point letting the fight continue on after a second knockdown.
And the Fighting Irish, Gordon did want to continue, mate, but obviously Dean doing the right thing there. It's terrific that he wanted to keep going, but it's a good call.
Yeah, well done to Dave. First official fight, so he's a fit boy, good hand. So anyone getting matched with Dave next time, watch out for that right hand.
The one that put him to the canvas too wasn't just your standard, right cross. He brought it from a little bit low down, and Gordon just didn't see it coming.
Yeah, you'll see it. Hopefully the replay will show it. We would imagine so. He throws that punch from down low.
Very hard to see the big overhand, right, and the underhand as well, by the look of it.
Drive him straight up. Off that rear leg. You'll see his toe, yeah.
He set it up with the left and then delivered the knockdown right. Great job to the boy from AMMA, David Creel.
There it is. Yeah, there was more of a bordering on a short right hook maybe, just coming low and an elbow bent when he's hitting, not a straight out.
Great result.
Yeah.
West Coast Fight Shows is proudly brought to you by NPB Security. NPB Security is dedicated to providing the highest quality crowd control, static guard and mobile patrol services. Go down and speak to Scott Parry for all your security needs.
This is Tony Sir with you and Peter Boyd, and Peter up to the 71 kilo division, getting the bigger boys. This is Jack and Jeff doing it for us, mate.
Yeah, we've got Jack from WA Thai Boxing Centre and Jeff Wright from Westside Kickboxing.
On the evening, proudly brought to you by West Coast Fight Shows and Celebrations at Charlie's. 3 by 2 minute round, 71 kilogram weight division, modified Muay Thai rules. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is trained by Tony Fisher from Westside Kickboxing. With an official weight of 70.9 kilograms, he stands at a height of 174 centimeters with a record of 2 fights for 2 wins. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jeff and his opponent fighting out of the red corner. He is trained by Peter Boyd from the WA Thai Boxing Centre. With an official weight of 70.6 kilograms, he stands at a height of 183 centimetres with a record of 1 fight for 1 win. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jack Haskett.
All right, 3 2-minute rounds coming up. Dean Woodham's in charge here.
Once again, the padding. Guys are in full padding. We've had a couple of fights. No elbows, so no tight.
Jack in the red, Jeff in the blue.
Jack from WA Thai Boxing Centre. And Jeff from Westside Kickboxing. Trained by Tony Fisher. And the boys down there. And Jack training out of my gym. WA Thai Boxing Centre. Jack being a little bit taller. You see as these boys have only had a couple of fights, their skill level's quite good.
Yeah, good to see him mixing him up early.
Jack's a bit of a character in the gym. He's got loves a bit of sarcasm and so forth, which gets a laugh. Some people don't know how to take him sometimes, but he, once you get him on the pads and working and you get him and watching him fight, he's definitely got potential. Everybody needs a bit of cockiness to be a fighter.
Yeah, Jeff's a bit taller than your boy, but the reach seems not as different. They seem to be finding the same sort of distance. Quite often, height difference doesn't extend to the reach difference.
No, it all depends on the physique of the fighter, of the guy. Not everyone's tall with long arms.
Yeah, and some of us have trouble getting our knuckles off the ground. This is the first of 3 2-minute rounds. Still plenty to come too on Ignition Muay Thai. And a reminder too, the next Ignition Muay Thai, July 6, tickets at westcoastfightshows.com.au.
And also remember, guys, that if you go onto Facebook now to West Coast Fight Shows, you'll be able to have a look at there'll be links there of the stats of these fighters. So all the fighters that have had their fight aired on tonight's show, you can click on the link of that particular fighter. We've got a bunch of questions we ask them about their preparation and, you know, some personal stuff about what they do when they're not training Muay Thai. And go there now, have a look.
And there is a very good chance that one of the youngsters coming through that you might take a liking to will end up a champion. It's happened many times before.
WA's full of champions. The people don't understand the standard that WA have in Muay Thai. We have numerous world champions, and we're very competitive on a world stage. It's just now that I've put together West Coast Fight Shows with Mitch, and we're getting this great sport of ours. You know, some media. Well, it's a good takedown by, but unfortunately, like I said earlier, if Jeff hadn't fallen down with him, the takedown would have been scoring, but it needs to be a clean takedown.
Yeah, Jeff in the blue, Jack in the red. Jack, as he comes forward, seems to lean in too, and I think someone with good hands might exploit that, but
yeah, again, the takedown has to be clean.
So sort of like a crowd catch, a lot of reaction, but maybe not necessarily transferring to the scorecard.
That's correct.
Meanwhile, Dean Woodham's wearing a hole in his shirt, dusting off the gloves.
Yes. There's a dropping knee onto Jack's stomach there as they fell down. The guys often land on each other in some awkward ways. Jack's back into it.
Yeah, it's a good round too. They're starting to settle into a bit of a pattern. Let's see who's going to bring it home in the third and final round. Jack Haskett, one of Peter's blokes from WA Thai Boxing, and Jeff Bright from Westside Kickboxing. This is the money round, round 3. Just a note, the next Ignition Muay Thai is on July 6th, and you can get your tickets for that and lots of other shows too at westcoastfightshows.com.au. Don't forget too, we have West Coast Fight Shows on Channel 44 WTV on the last Thursday of every month. The next one, June 26th, where you'll see Domination 13.
Yeah, and don't forget Domination coming up at Claremont Showgrounds very shortly. I think it's this weekend coming.
Yeah, all info on westcoastfightshows.com.au. Oh, that was a big right. Jeff in the blue, Jack in the red. Jack with some intent. Can Jeff go with him?
These guys are putting on a good fight too. Like I said, most of the fights on this episode of Ignition West Coast Fight Shows, these guys are all mainly under 5 fights. The matching for the show was had to contend with Malaysia, the IFMA World Championship. So a lot of my guys like Kate Houston, Tim Levins, Malad Farzad, the normal fighters on Ignition are all matched to fight in Malaysia, so we didn't want them to fight prior to going there in case of any injuries.
But I'll tell you what, Jack's representing. I can tell you, he is coming forward and Jeff is backpedaling.
Yeah, he's got some skills. He's strong. He pushes forward. He's always he's got hands and legs. He fires out that left kick. He finishes up with hands, as you can see.
One thing he seems to be getting a hold of is getting some snap when he connects. A lot of guys can throw leather and throw knees, but that snap at the end is what does the damage.
Yeah, he's basically taken over this fight in the 3rd round.
All credit to his opponent though. Jeff still staying in there, trying to throw some leather back.
That's what it's all about, is doing the rounds. It's not always about the win at this stage of your career. It's about getting in and doing the rounds and getting experience and getting back into the gym after that. And
these fellas are almost spent, mate. They gave it everything. A great credit to you and young Jack, and also to Jeff as well. The official decision now.
Proudly brought to you by West Coast Fight Shows and celebrations at Charlie's. After 3 rounds of modified Muay Thai action, we turn to the judges for their decision. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, the red corner!
You don't mind that at all, do you, mate? But everyone watching will agree that was a good decision and a really great display from young Jack Haskett. This is Ignition Muay Thai.
yeah, and don't forget, guys, you can buy your tickets online for Ignition and Domination. There's other fight shows on there that aren't aired on West Coast Fight Shows, but you still can buy tickets online. WKA's Fight Night is one of those shows.
And you can leave your comments there, say good day to your favourite fighter, male or female, young or old. And also, I'm sure if you'd like to see a particular matchup, let the guys know and they might make it happen. And if you're like me, the big thing is having a return bout. And there's a few I'd love to see. I'd like to hear your thoughts on that on the Facebook page.
So our main event today is a rematch between Mark Coleman and Matt Moss.
Still to come.
West Coast Fight Shows is proudly brought to you by Ring Sport. Go and see Richard in O'Malley Road, Osborne Park for all your combat sports equipment needs.
Yes, indeed. This is 67 kilo division. This pits the pit against Diesel Jim. Levi Hallett and Brady Wooding, Peter.
Yeah, 2 fights and 1 win. Levi.
All the afternoon here at Ignition Muay Thai, proudly brought to you by West Coast Fight Shows and NPB Security. 3 by 2-minute rounds, 67 kilogram weight division, modified Muay Thai rules. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, He is trained by Frankie Deegan from Diesel Gym. With an official weight of 66.9 kilograms, he stands at a height of 175 centimeters. With a record of 4 fights for 1 win. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Brady winning! And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He is trained by Blair Smith from the Thai boxing pit. With an official weight of 66.8 kilograms, he stands at a height of 185 centimeters. With a record of 3 fights for 2 wins. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Levi Hallett!
Yeah, great job from my favourite colleague CJ Rose, the MC. This should be great, mate. 3 2-minute rounds. Levi in the red and Brady in the blue.
It's their first fight without any padding. These guys are at the stage where they don't require any padding as per the government legislation. So these are shin on shin.
Yeah, I can feel it already. Ow. They're going at it, mate.
Diesel Gym's a new gym. Frankie Deegan out there. He's putting together a nice little gym out there. I think he's out there in Joondalup. And you've got Levi from the well-established gym, The Pit, which is working out of Synergy Gym now there in Canning Vale.
He just got kicked in the pit, I think.
It's one of the hazards of the job. When you're throwing all 8 limbs, anything can happen at any stage, mate. So
It's actually amazing it doesn't happen more. It's a tribute to the fighters that it doesn't. But Levi's back into it, and no big score on that. Bit of a trip, really, for Brady on the way down. And return to favour for Levi.
it's always good for the gyms that have just opened up to take on a gym like The Pit, who established over the years. So when you've got a new gym and you're training your fighters, it's all a new experience for you. But taking on a gym like The Pit is a big call for a new gym. So good on Frankie for taking the match with the Pit. The Pit guys always are fit and come to fight. So we always like to see someone step up and take the challenge, you know. So I'll give Frankie credit for that.
And Brady representing like a good man.
Look, there's another low shot by the look of it.
Neutral corner. Give him a timeout. Dean Williams.
One each. Dean just gives him a friendly note to keep the knees up, or when they're in the grapple, because that's where, you know, a lot of the groin shots get sustained, is in that grapple when they're in there tight.
Yeah, when you get a cup shot, you'll see the guys doing various things to try and recover. I can tell you, none of them work.
No, it's just the process of getting through that pain. The adrenaline kicked in.
What a great start. These guys are really going at it. 67 kilo division. And they're keen too, aren't they?
Yeah, they want to get it on.
This is West Coast Fights on WTV Channel 44. Tell your friends every Thursday, the last Thursday of the month, you can check it out. All the information on the live fights as well as the replays on westcoastfights.com.au. Levi Hallett straight into it. Brady on the back foot, backpedaling.
Don't forget, in real time now on Facebook, you can check out. Oh,
big right. Brady from the new gym, Diesel Gym, put him on his back.
That's it. If a strike hits you and you land straight on your backside, it's an 8 count. And Brady's gained some confidence there. Levi's got his composure, he's locked on in the grapple, he's still delivering. Nice technique, still kneeing constantly in the grapple.
Well, this is a very good matchup, I can tell you.
Levi, I think this is his second or fight. He's fought on Ignition before, so he's continued his career trying to get a win on this card.
I think too you're going to find that fitness will play a part earlier now because both guys have taken low blows and that really lets your tank down.
A couple of takedowns, slips, getting up off the floor. Not always fun. Falling down in front of all your friends, and the pressure on the guys in the ring is beyond just getting kicked and punched. It's psychological. Got a lot of pressure on you to perform. There is a team effort with your cornerman, but once you're out there performing and trying to get your techniques right, there's a lot of pressure on the guys out there to fight for their gym and give their gym good exposure.
Both these boys doing their gyms proud at the moment. Both of them coming forward at every opportunity, throwing everything, including the kitchen sink.
Yeah, well, I think Frankie's done well with Brady.
Seconds out. Third and final round.
I'm enjoying this, mate, and this is another one where I'd like to see a rematch further down the track, no matter who wins.
The more fights they get under the belt, I'm pretty sure if they remain in the same weight division, these boys, and being from WA, are more than likely to come up against each other again.
When you see young fighters like this, what do you look for to see maybe a future champion, Peter?
For me, it's whether they, as a cornerman, it's whether they can listen to what's being instructed to them from the corner. If they go out there and their ears are shut and they can't hear anything, it's hard for them to improve quickly. That's a main thing that I look for in a fighter. He may not win the fight, but if he can listen from the corner and do what you're asking him to do and process that and take it on board while he's fighting in the early stages of his career, then you can work with a guy like that because he can listen and do as he's told, and that's where the team effort comes in.
Absolutely, and you can only go so far if you don't have a fight plan and stick to it.
Correct. And fight plans change. You expect a fighter from a gym to act a certain way. Gyms have their favourite techniques, whether it be grappling, striking, and so forth. And then you get the odd one from the gym that's not a grappler and is a striker. So you planned yourself to fight there against that gym, but the guy comes out with something different. So game plans change all the way through the fight.
They do, and the game plan at the moment is survive for these boys. Both of them a little bit gassed, but they are still going flat out in the closing stages of what has been a great three-rounder.
Brady's chipping away there with his left kick. He can still keep throwing it out. He's on his back foot at the moment.
Last few seconds. A really good contest. I can't pick a winner. Looking forward to see what the judges think.
In a three-round fight when there's an 8 count, it's pretty hard to come back from that. Because you lose the 2 points, it becomes a 10-8 round.
West Coast Fight Shows and MPB Security. After 3 rounds of action, we turn to the judges for their decision. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, the blue corner!
Yeah, well done, Brady. Fight to come. One of his first fights out of Diesel. Congratulations to Frankie on that one, and I'm sure Levi will be back in the gym at the pit training hard with Go and Blair and all the guys down there. Roy Wills, Toby when he's in the country. He'll come back stronger and better.
I think too, what I loved about this bout was that both boys wanted to be there. They were enjoying their work tonight.
Yeah, they're from dedicated gyms. Frankie's not new to the sport. He's new to his gym. So they're dedicated trainers. They come to fight, man. They want to win. So they put effort into their boys, and you can see by the fitness on them and the skills. These guys have only had, under 5 fights.
Yeah, indeed. Peter Boyd with me. It's Tony Sir. We're back very soon with the main event. We have got McSwain up against Lawrence.
West Coast Fight Shows is proudly brought to you by Artful Ink Tattoo Studio. If you're looking for a tattoo shop in Morley, come into Artful Ink, upstairs, Unit 7, 222 Russell Road, Morley.
Peter Boyd's with me. It's Tony Serve here, and we have got the Infinity Gym up against Mark 1.
Yeah, it's Mac 1, as in the fighter jet, I'm guessing.
I think so. Speed of sound.
That'd be it.
Proudly brought to you by West Coast Fight Shows and Ring Sport. 69 kilogram weight division, 5 by 2-minute rounds, full Muay Thai rules. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is trained by Steve Walton from the McSwain Gym. With an official weight of 69.2 kilograms, he stands at a height of 185 centimeters. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tom Lara! And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He is trained by John McSwain from Infinity Gym. With an official weight of 68.6 kilograms, he stands at a height of 175 centimeters. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Titch McSwain!
All right, 3 by 2. Once again, the padding is off. These boys a lot more experience, Peter.
This is the 5 by 2 minute round. Full Thai rules. This is the main card, so we've got 2 bouts to go. With Tom Lawrence from McSwain and Tych McSwain from Infinity Gym. Titch in the red, Tom in the blue.
Our referee Dean Woodhams for the penultimate bout of the evening. This is Ignition Muay Thai on Channel 44 WTV. Next one on June 26, where you'll see Domination 13. This is the first of 5 rounds.
These guys are up into their over 5 fights, coming into having 10 fights. So these guys are fighting full Thai rules. So a nasty elbow can be slipped through there with no padding. Like a knee to the head. Tom from McSwain's fought on Ignition numerous times. Hasn't had much luck in the past. He said he's won a couple, but he still keeps getting back in. So hopefully Tom can pull off a win today and get another win on his record. The McSwain Gym have always supported Ignition Muay Thai. Matt Moss is on the main card again from McSwain. Easy to deal with, nice guys. Stephen Walton down there. Guys always come prepared to fight.
Yeah, with 5 2-minute rounds, they're not going to be flashing everything in the first, but they're giving it a good go, the boys.
Yeah, we'll see as they get more experience in the fight. And there's 5 rounds, the first.
Oh dear, that hurt.
Another low blow. Like I said before, when they get tight in that grapple, that straight upper coming upwards knee.
No suggestion of bad intent there, just an unhappy accident, I'm afraid.
So yeah, hazard of the job.
And of course, referee Dean Woodhams making sure first of all that he's okay, and also making sure he gets a bit of dry cleaning on the mouth guard on the way through.
Yeah, when you get it's called a foul, obviously. It's a foul blow. So, Tom can't be penalised for going down, of course. It's a foul. In the rules, he actually gets 5 minutes to recover on a launch shot. 5 minutes is quite a long time. Those fighters don't normally take that amount of time. They sort of take a few deep breaths like Tom's doing there, and he throw that mouth guard back in and get moving. But you can't take it away from Tom when it's a foul blow.
And of course, Titch would be feeling a little bit sheepish because he wouldn't have intended that.
You'll see he'll probably touch gloves. There you go. And they'll be back into it again. Titch is coming in with his hands tight on his head and trying to get on the inside and hit the body. And Tom's more of an stand-up fighter, top lock.
Very eventful round 1. 4 to come in this bout.
Seconds out. Round 2 of 5.
This is Ignition Muay Thai on your telly.
Just remember, guys, these are all local fighters. You go on Facebook now and have a look at their records and their bit of a profile on them, what gyms they train at or who their trainers are, what their favourite foods are before and after weigh-ins. Get an insight on what these guys go through to make it to the ring.
That's Tom on the right, Titch on the left.
Yep.
Eating a bit of leather there. Tom putting together the better combinations for my money in this early stage.
Yeah, I think Titch has had boxing fights before and maybe had an MMA fight here and there. So he'll have a different style than what Tom would have, being more kickboxing, Muay Thai gym. That's his chosen style.
Dean Woodham's there just explaining some technique things for young Titch to keep his mind on.
Yeah, there's things you can do in MMA that you can't do in Muay Thai. So sometimes when you get the multiple discipline fighters, they do things just off natural instinct. And it's up to obviously the referee to maintain the control of the fight and make sure that no one gets injured from a foul and stops the fight. No one wants to see that. You want a fair fight fought under the techniques, under the rules you're fighting on the night.
Yeah, indeed, and you got to remember too, it takes a lot of discipline to do that. I can remember as a very young bloke when I was fighting, if I was copping a hammering, I'd be sitting there contemplating getting the other guy in the cup just to get out of trouble, and it takes some thought, composure and discipline not to do that.
Those must have been the old days, mate.
Thankfully I won my last fight by 100 yards.
Yeah.
These boys are doing it the right way though, and Tom and Titch going for it. Tom on the right, or now on the left, with the green and black shorts, and Titch in the all black with white stripe. The end of round 2. 2 out of 5 have gone now.
Tom had the right game plan there to get a top lock on Titch. Let Titch sort of try to use his inside body hooks and then just pull back and knee. So that seems to be working for Tom at this stage.
Yeah, Tom's well and truly worked out his range and where he's going to be more effective, and he's trying to get there every time.
When you think about it, when you're locked, someone's got a hold of your neck and you try to throw a body shot, you're not going to be able to generate as much power as you could with Tom's selection of top lock and putting a knee into your body. There's a lot more weight behind a knee than there would be in a punch, so Tom's got the right idea in my opinion at this stage to, when he does get into that lock, he lands knees to the body instead of trying to punch in there.
Heading to the halfway mark of this bout. This is part of Ignition Muay Thai, and it's West Coast Fight Shows on Channel 44 WTV. Tell your friends, the last Thursday of every month. At this time, you can see some great local talent, and often the international, national and regional titleists as well.
Yeah, don't forget Domination coming up at Claremont Showgrounds. It's a full card of international bouts. There's guys coming from Thailand and around the world to fight on this show, so that'll be also filmed for West Coast Fight Shows.
That'll go to air on June 26th.
You ever see the fighters like Roy Wills from the pit.
But right here, this is round 3 of 5. Tom Lawrence in the green and black shorts, and Titch McSwain in the black and white.
A slip there from Tom.
That left found a home from young Titch then.
Tom seems to be pushing through it. He's throwing the right hand, left kicks. Into that round.
That was nice to see. Young Tom got one slightly after the bell and put out his glove to say sorry. Great sportsmanship as always in Muay Thai.
Yeah, especially on Ignition Muay Thai, I've seen that as the beginners. They would try to put it in them early about sportsmanship. And just note on sportsmanship, I'm proud to say that the Australian team in Malaysia at the World Championships was awarded the Sportsmanship Award as a team.
Oh, wow.
I managed the team and worked out the registrations and stuff, and worked with the IFMAR team, and they were very pleased with the way we handled that. The R&Js at the weigh-in and just our performance in general, the sportsmanship in the ring and outside of the ring was duly noted by the IFMAR staff. And at the closing ceremony, Australia was awarded the Sportsmanship Award. And that's, as a team, that is one of the highest accolades you can get.
Congratulations to you and all the people who went over, mate. This sport is all about discipline and respect, and for you to show it on the international stage, mate, kudos to you. These boys are showing discipline, respect, and a bit of meanness too. Tell you what, Tom's thrown that straight uppercut elbow a few times.
Yep, full tie rules, mate. These boys, I think in the close, you can see Tom there just trying to slip with the punching fighter. He's just trying to slip that uppercut elbow as Titch comes in. You'll see it again there. He's just watch his left arm as Titch punches. He sort of throws it up, hoping Titch will walk into it.
Both these boys look like they've got plenty still in the tank.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. We're in the 4th round and they're still throwing some good techniques. There's some light ones, heavy ones. They're still working. They're ducking and weaving. Titch has got his own style working there. It's not quite Muay Thai, but he's still working away.
Final stages of this 4th round.
Seems to be working his left hook as he comes out of the grapple there.
Touch of the gloves there, that's that sort of respect and discipline that Peter Boyd was talking about. And mate, what were some of the highlights of Malaysia?
Oh mate, I must say Max McVicker from WA, the young kid, he's only 12 years old. He's a future superstar, bringing gold home. Through the whole team, we took 45 competitors at all different levels. And I think Australia came back with 25 medals, so that's not a bad bag.
Yeah, way to represent, but right back here, Tom Lawrence in the blue and Titch McSwain are putting on their own style show with respect and discipline. And just the odd angry elbow, mate. Yeah,
as they get tired and they can get closer to each other, they're trying to pull off those elbows. So it's good for people to see. Look, Titch is throwing a big one there, but we're saying it's a close range technique. You want to get in close. Elbows are hard to land in any part of the fight. They're a very short range technique. They're devastating when they do land.
Looked like just then Titch was getting a very strong word from his corner. Not sure what they were saying, but he's under instruction.
We've seen earlier at the start of the fight, Tim Levins in the corner there with Titch, helping out. Tim's from my gym. You would have seen Tim fight a couple of times on West Coast fight shows already. He's a good up-and-comer from WA Thai Boxing Centre. He had a tough fight in Malaysia actually. He fought a guy from China, and China has stepped up. They've got Thai trainers in the gym. They've been doing the wushu for years, and now they've transferred to Muay Thai, and they've definitely stepped up their game.
As of these boys, despite the fatigue you would expect, they are still coming forward and using all 8 weapons.
Yeah, Tom's showing I think, in my opinion, the more Muay Thai skills. Again, the step-up elbow there. He's trying again. I think he's cut. Is he cut, Tom?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, you see that step-up elbow's worked for him. He's been plugging away at it.
Oh, great stuff, fellas. Good stuff.
Just caught at the end of the fight.
Let's go to CJ Rose now.
Round 5 of the afternoon, proudly brought to you by West Coast Fight Shows and Ring Sport. Before we go to the decision, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear another big round of applause for these 2 warriors. And now, after 5 rounds of full Muay Thai rules, we turn to the judges for their decision. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, the blue corner!
Yeah, good decision, but absolutely no disgrace for Titch McSwain there. He did really well, made his Infinity Gym proud, I'm sure.
See, Tom just did a bow there to the crowd because he's had a few losses, and that's a good win for Tom.
Let's have a look back at some of the highlights from a great 5-rounder, Peter.
Yeah. Happy for Tom, needed that win. Good kid, always polite, always well-mannered, in and out of the ring, as you can see. And well done to him and Mac 1 and Steve Walton out there. You can see that he tried to get that step-up elbow to land, and you can just see right at the end of the fight, he actually caught Titch with it and cut him on just above the eye, which would have been the intention of the whole fight. But landing an elbow on someone's forehead is not the easiest task.
No, it isn't, mate. A great bout. The main event to come up, Mark Coleman coming up against Matt Moss. That's right here on Ignition Muay Thai, West Coast Fight Shows.
West Coast Fight Shows is proudly brought to you by Celebrations at Charlie's. Go down and see Kim at Shop 9, 497 Walter Road, East Morley. Your local bottle shop, helping you celebrate any occasion.
Yes, this is the main event, Mark Coleman versus Matt Moss, and we're just about to go over with Mitch to talk to the fighters ahead of the big event. Mitch.
Okay, you're back with Mitch for West Coast Fight Shows. I'm here with Matt Moss. Now, Matt, it's been a good year and a half since you met Mark in the ring. Mark took the crown, took the win last time. How are you feeling about tonight?
I feel good. I've had pretty decent fight camp leading up to it. I put in a good couple of weeks and no injuries, no nothing. I feel really good. It was an easy weight cut and really looking forward to the rematch now, yeah.
Excellent, excellent. Now, last time, Mark took the ring. Have you got any secret weapons under your belt for tonight?
Nah, I just put everything that I've learnt. Well, I had a couple of Thailand trips in that time, so just do what I've learnt from there and learnt what Steve's taught me, and just put it all into practice and get out there and do it now, you know.
All right, that's excellent. Well, there you go, guys. We got Matt Moss representing M1, and we'll see him in the ring. Thanks very much. Okay, guys, we've moved to the other side. We're here with Mark Coleman from WA Thai Boxing Centre. Look, mate, we've just been over the other side there. We've been talking to Matt, and he's talking a lot of smack about you. How are you feeling about tonight? How are you feeling about going into the ring?
Yeah, feeling good, ready to go. Yeah. I know what to expect, so I'm feeling good about it.
All right, so you obviously took the win last time. Obviously Matt's not looking like that, shaking his confidence. Do you think he can make it 2 for 2?
Definitely think I can make it 2 for 2, but although I haven't took the fight on short notice, I haven't trained for 10 months, and then I've only trained for 3 weeks, so I mean, we'll see what happens.
Yep, that's definitely what's going to happen. I'm sure these guys are going to bring it. Last time that was a fight to behold. So, back to you guys, and thanks very much.
Thanks to Peter Boyd putting on a good show, and he's a good trainer as well.
Definitely. Yep. Thanks very much. That's Mitch King for West Coast Fight Shows.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, bout 13 of the afternoon here at Ignition Muay Thai. This bout proudly brought to you by West Coast Fight Shows and NPB Security. 70-kilogram weight division, 5 by 2-minute rounds, full Muay Thai rules. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He's trained by Steve Walton from the Mac 1 gym. With an official weight of 69.9 kilograms, he stands at a height of 170 centimeters. With a record of 14 fights for 9 wins. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Matt Moss! And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He is trained by Peter Boyd from the WA Thai Boxing Centre. With an official weight of 70.5 kilograms, he stands at a height of 180 centimeters. With a record of 11 fights for 7 wins, he is an ISKA interstate champion. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mark Coleman!
Yeah, a lot of people salivating at this rematch, and well, it was naughty of Mitch saying that Matt was talking smack about Mark. He's naughty, I like it though. This is great, what a rematch. One with a lot of preparation, one with not so many, mate. How's Mark going to go?
Yeah, Mark's a good fighter. He's coming back off of an early stoppage on the first episode or second episode of West Coast Fight Shows against Matt King. But Mark's come back in the gym, he's had some time off. He wasn't scheduled to take this fight early, but he was training. So accepting the match 3 weeks out. You see Mark's a southpaw, so it's a little bit unorthodox for Matt at the moment trying to get a hang on this fight, but let's see what happens. They both come to fight. They both throw it down there. The last fight they had, there was 3 8 counts or 4 8 counts, 2 on each other, flying knees, and it was a fight that everyone remembers from Ignition.
Yeah, good work there from Mark to put Matt on his back quite calmly. Good technique.
You'd be thinking with Mark not having the strong preparations as he would have wanted, he'd fight more a bit tentative, try to conserve his energy. You see he's being a bit cagey at the moment.
Yeah, Matt and the Blues had a lot of time to think of how he's going to make amends, and he's been to Thailand twice. He's been working on getting his revenge, but Mark doesn't seem to be worried, seems to be very, very confident in his technique there, Peter.
Yeah. Like I said, the first look at Mark on West Coast against Matt, he was overwhelmed. But he's got some good skills. He's an ISCA, or was an ISCA interstate champion coming from New Zealand. Then moving to WA and training at a WA Thai Boxing Centre.
That's the first of 5 3-minute rounds. These boys in the 70 kilo weight division, by the way. And this is part of Ignition Muay Thai on West Coast Fight Shows, Channel 44 WTV. Tell your friends the next one is June 26.
So Mark's just using his range, is not letting Matt come into the grapple so much.
Oh, that left shoulder looks like it's a bit sus, mate.
It just popped out and popped back in again.
Just while he's doing the rest of the fighting thing. Calm as you like.
No, that did look to me as if his shoulder may have popped out or locked up, and he's just shaking it back out, and then he's straight back into it. Doesn't seem to have phased him.
That's one very focused young man. This is round 2 of 5 on Ignition Muay Thai.
Matt just gave him a bit of a smile there and a wink. Let him know that he wasn't going to kick him when he was down.
Some respect between these two fellas for sure.
That's another regular on Ignition Muay Thai out of the McSwain gym with Steve Walton. That's always put his name up to fight on Ignition. And I always do my best to get him a fight, because he always comes to fight. He always leaves it all in the ring.
Mark was saying 10 months out of the ring. Any chance of ring rust, or is he that experienced that he can come back and do a jack?
Time will tell. We're only in round 2. Let's see what he comes up with. He's being very cagey at the moment. He's fighting smart. He's not trying to exert energy. It's the end of round 2, so
Yeah, it does seem like Matt's the one burning adrenaline, and Mark does seem very composed, despite apparently popping his left shoulder out.
Round 3.
The plan was always just to not get caught up in a brawl with Matt, because Matt will always take it to the next level if you take it there. You can keep the fight at a good range for Mark to conserve energy, because now going into round 3, you'd think both the fighters would want to be stepping it up. Mark's just chipping away with that left rear kick, being a southpaw.
There's definitely an air of confidence coming from the young man in the red gloves.
He's trying to stay composed. Like I said, he hasn't got the fitness that he would wanted for the fight. So sometimes that takes a fighter to use experience and not get caught into a brawl and exerting all your energy.
This time it's Matt shaking out the right shoulder. Just a little bit tense there, because he's had that right cocked like a weapon, hasn't he?
Yeah. Good combo there by Matt. The Mark's just in the grapple. He doesn't seem to be working much. He's just locking his head in and grabbing around the waist. He's trying not to exert much energy in there and just try to avoid getting the knee strikes.
Yeah, really unflappable. You can see him quite composed.
He knows if he gets into a grapple war with Matt that he's going to burn his energy, so he's trying to play that down. Pick his shots more cleaner, which is what he's just doing. It's shown us right there.
He's certainly spending less tickets than Matt, and that really will show up in the 5th round, we would imagine. So it's 3 down?
Yeah, 3 down going into the 4th.
Neither of the boys really puffing much, but I reckon that probably Mark's got more in the tank.
Looks that way. He's kept himself composed the whole fight and picked his shots. No cheap shots in this fight. These guys respect each other from the result of their last fight and the talk that was about it. They both earned, didn't matter who won that last fight, they both got credit for that fight for the amount of heart they put into it.
Yeah, just then too, Mark very composed, having caught the kick, delivering a few punches.
Yeah, and then that was a good takedown in the grapple for Mark, turning Matt down to the canvas and remaining on his feet. Like I said earlier in the show, that's what the judges look for when there's a takedown.
A little bit of help from the ring for Matt there as he launched the left foot out. Or the ropes, I should say. This is round 4 of fight in a great bout, a rematch. And the man in all black had it over the man in black and white shorts in the previous encounter. What's going to happen here?
Well, obviously Matt will be hoping for the win in this fight, so we always have promoters' dreams, a trilogy, with the fighter having a win each and then the third being the decider on who is the champ. And Kate Houston will be having that fight coming up soon on the 14th of June on the WKA fight show. She'll be taking on Teresa Carter for the defending Kate's WKA South Pacific.
That should be brilliant, mate. 2 of my favourite ladies involved in that one. Should be absolutely brilliant. And my tickets are in the mail, are they, mate? Oh, no, I have to go to westcoastflightshows.com.au to get the tickets, don't I?
That'd be great.
Mate, great 4th round. The only one to come. This has been an absolute solid go between Mark Coleman and Matt Moss. This is the 5th and final round. It's going to be a beauty.
No. Those of you who don't know, this actual event was on Easter Sunday. So I'd just like to thank all the people that turned up, all the fighters that put their names into this fight show. You know, when you put your fight date in, the fight show must go ahead. There's no cancelling. A lot of fighters were matched in Malaysia. So I want to thank all the guys that put their name in the fight on this Ignition fight show and make it a success that it was. And those of you who were there saw that the crowd was quite a decent crowd for an Easter Sunday, and that just shows you the dedication and the loyalty of the Muay Thai fans in WA.
No, it's just brilliant, mate. Credit to you for your club, for your TV work, and your work over with the team in Malaysia as well, mate. And just got to say too, I've been an MC of the sport for 30 years now, and all credit to CJ Rose, one of the best in the business, mate, and you have to go and see it live to get more of CJ. But this is Mark versus Matt. Can Matt turn the tables and score a win over Mark?
Oh, it was a slip. Later on in the round there, Mark, there's water in the corners. We try to mop that up as best we can, but I think Matt might be delivering a few shots here on Mark now. I think Mark's sort of feeling it a little bit, but Mark's still looking quite fresh, and Matt looking like he's been through a fight. I think Mark has done well just to remain composed and make it all these 5 rounds.
Mark looking a bit casual there, just resting his arm on the top rope.
And just negating the grapple there by leaning his full body weight on him, taking a lower waist grab to try and avoid burning that energy in the grapple and sustaining knee shots.
What a great bout. Well done, fellas. Look at that. Some respect there. And Matt saying, come on, you guys, we gave you everything. Give us some noise. And they do. What a great rematch, mate. And I tell you what, let's find out from CJ Rose.
Mate, look at the smile on Matt's face. He loves it.
Once again, before we get on to the announcement of the decision, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for both these.
Yeah, good call, CJ.
Well done for these guys.
5 rounds of full Muay Thai rule action, ladies and gentlemen. The judges have decided the winner is the red corner.
And there we go, Marks. So game plan worked out for him taking the second bout. That's 2-0.
And it is the promoter's dream, mate. Looking forward to maybe 1 out of 3. I'm pretty sure both boys would go for a rematch. Who's that very scary-looking blonde lady there?
Yeah, well, that's Kate Houston. That's who we're looking at on a world title journey to the WKA world title. She'll defend the South Pacific, like I said, on June 14th at Craigie Leisure Centre.
Teresa Carter?
Against Teresa Carter from Bailey's Fitness.
Look at this. These boys really gave us 5 rounds of the best. And you know what? You could tell that Matt Moss at the end of that, he wasn't sure he would have taken it, but he knows he put on a great show, and I would say a much better performance than their first encounter.
Yeah, the boys have they've improved. You know, these guys are still not a not a high standard of fighter in terms of a world stage, but in WA they've had 9, 10, maybe 15 fights. And look at the composure, the skills. WA really has a great stable of fighters from every gym. Gyms that have joined the sport in the last couple of years now have got champions. Westside is one of those guys.
And don't forget to get all your details of coming fights, westcoastfightshows.com.au.
This show proudly brought to you by West Coast Fight Shows. Congratulations to all of the winners here tonight, including Jason Tran, our fighter of the night. And good luck to all of the fighters going over to Malaysia next month for the IFMA World Championships. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is CJ Rose. It's been a pleasure and an honor to